Hi, I'm Kelly Jones, Alex Jones's ex-wife. So on Thursday of this week, it's Saturday, the 14th of October, on the 12th of October, I received an emergency motion from Alex that was just an exercise in delusion and defamation. And I just wanted to give you 5 quick facts about this one particular filing. Of course, he's filed over and over and over again in the case, or post the case when there's really not a case, because there was a jury verdict almost 6 months now ago. Still don't have final orders. The kids still aren't home according to the verdict. But this particular motion, there's some interesting things about it that should really alert his viewers and people that think he's fighting injustice about the kind of guy he really is. So the first thing is the majority of the motion, or a large part of it, has to do with my public speech here on Facebook, on my YouTube channels, which are Alex Jones X and alexjonesx.com. And of course, I'm about to launch custodywars.com, which I'm sure he's just really mad that I would actually deign to have a website. So fact one is that the majority of the motion is about my free speech, saying that, I shouldn't be speaking about him. I shouldn't say things, that my saying things about him publicly makes me an alienator, and all of this stuff, which, number one, my kids should not be looking at anything that I post online. It's not that big or broad that they would even see it. Number two, Alex Jones says the most horrific things every day about different people who are public figures. And so it's really just, the motion, a large part of it is just to silence me. The second fact that you should know about it is that he talks about what I say about the judge or about the court, and he misconstrues it. And he presents it in a way that's obvious that he's manipulating the court and really continuing to court and manipulate the court, which is something he's done ongoing. So here's Alex Jones, who has said that, looks like my dog's tail is like a, who has said that family court judges are like Emperor Palpatine, and this and that and the other. But in his own case, he's been really happy that the judge has exercised tons of bias in his favor, including completely using our jury trial to control evidence in his favor, giving disproportionate time, like 6.5 days of direct examination for Alex's side, while my side only had like a day and a half, not allowing video footage of Alex screaming and yelling and ranting and raving to come before the jury, even removing footage that she'd accepted from once it was airing before the jury, and she saw that it would hurt his cause or whatever, show who he really was, she removed it. So point two is that the whole a good portion, I'd say 3/4 of this, is Alex blocking my free speech and really pointing to the judge. Look, she's saying bad things about you, judge. Oh, look, she's bad. She's saying bad things about you, judge. How dare her speak out publicly against her political or beliefs or feelings about an elected official. Oh, she shouldn't do that. Well, that's supposedly what Alex built his whole empire off of. So fact 3 would just be that he keeps filing. This is ridiculous. We're almost 6 months post a jury verdict that I should be primary parent. My children are living in a horrible situation where they're forced to report, which this is an obvious illustration of, false allegations that have been shown to be false repeatedly. And yet here's another instance of it. And then the fourth point about this that I would say is that Alex says I'm delusional, that I think that my speech could matter, and that I feel that God put me in this position for a reason, and that my public speech could have impact. Well, there's 2 things disturbing about that. Number one, regardless of your faith, we live in a constitutional republic, and it's my right to have faith, and it's my right to speak according to my faith. So Alex has used this instance and other instances as well to basically say I'm crazy because I have a Christian faith system. So that should be really alarming to a lot of people who see Alex saying that he's this big Christian all the time in the air, when obviously his acts outside of court and in this filing, etc., really show that he's really, not only not a believer, but that he's willing to use people's belief systems against them, which is just really tyrannical and non-American thing to do. And point 5, I guess, was really point 4, which is the filings. Like, give me a break, Alex Jones. You've got these attorneys that cost thousands of dollars collectively together. I have, let's make this point 5. I have collectively had to let my attorneys go. I tried to get them off my case because I can't afford to pay them anymore. And the judge knows that. She knew going into the trial that I was depleted on my liquid estate, and I had asked for support in that way. And regardless of that, I have received no child support. I have no alimony, contrary to what people believe. And you can watch another video I made about that if you go to my YouTube channel, alexjonesx.com and custodywars.com, coming soon. But I can't afford to pay these attorneys anymore. So I said, okay, they need to withdraw. Well, she won't let them withdraw. And even when I had a new attorney appear that I could afford to pay because she's willing basically to do it almost pro bono, she won't let that attorney represent me. So we filed our objections to that. So this is the court telling Alex Jones's ex-wife, you can't pick your own attorney. You don't get to have your kids back according to the jury verdict. You have to do these certain things post-verdict that are unconstitutional that she's demanding that I do, including blocking my free speech against Alex Jones. I am an American. I have constitutional rights. I will not stop speaking out publicly. This is a little disjointed and not as organized as I would like it to be. But I don't have, 40 staff members and a multi-million-dollar studio to shoot these videos in. I rely on you guys to get the truth of my story out there because it affects not only me, but you all. Be you in a family law situation or not, everybody should be concerned when somebody's free speech is being blocked. Everyone should be concerned that a man named Alex Jones is influencing the country and the political landscape when he's a complete hypocrite. And really everyone should be concerned about family court injustice because these are the children of the future of this country. And these are innocent children that are kept in a family court meat grinder for money, for power, because when one parent, unfortunately, in a high conflict, high dollar divorce has more money, they can just keep the conflict going. The judge needs to stop this nonsense and needs to see that he's manipulating her. It's against the Texas Judicial Code to be influenced by public opinion or by anyone's opinion. It's against the Texas Judicial Code to be biased. Well, we've shown that the judge is biased, and I have a complaint with the Texas Judicial Commission about the judge's actions and her unconstitutional post-verdict temporary orders. And I just rely on you guys to get this video out. So I'll keep making them. Might not be perfect, but I'm just one lady speaking out about injustice. And, I'm not scared of Alex Jones's delusional, defamatory filing. I have a defamation and an intentional infliction of emotional distress claim on file in Travis County that I will pursue. And I've asked him to mediate that. I've asked Alex to mediate our children's situation. I'm trying to be reasonable here, but at a certain point, he's just going to keep on being aggressive and lying about me. Enough is enough. I'm going to speak out about it. Thank you. Kelly Jones, alexjonesx.com, and coming soon, custodywars.com.